Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering CDTT Ransomware joins the Stop Djvu ransomware family. Your search bar me is an annoying browser hijacker, and Recordmapperd will damage your computer is an error message associated with Adware. CDTT Ransomware is yet another malware strain that's part of the prolific Stop Djvu ransomware family. Like other similar infections, this version locks target files and then demands a ransom fee to restore file access. Malicious programs like CDTT Ransomware can be distributed via software bundles. So if you tend to download freeware or pirated apps via torrent or cracked software sites, you may end up installing similar threats. CDTT Ransomware locks most of the popular file types, including photos, music, documents, and videos. During the file encryption process, CDTT Ransomware adds the .cdtt extension to the affected files and leaves a ransom note on the user's desktop and in every folder that contains encrypted files. When CDTT Ransomware is downloaded and installed, it employs the AES encryption algorithm to lock up target files. More often than not, information stealers like Vidar and Zeus are deployed alongside ransomware. This allows hackers to access sensitive information before encrypting files. It is possible the CDTT ransomware comes with an info stealer as well. Once the encryption is complete, the ransomware demands a ransom in exchange for the decryption key, which costs $980, but the ransomware's operators will offer a 50% discount and only charge $490 if the victim contacts them within the first 72 hours. The hackers can be contacted at support@freshingmail.top and data restore help you at airmail.cc. However, we discourage establishing contact with the hackers as there's no guarantee they'll provide decryption tools after payment. It is important to note that CDTT ransomware does not just encrypt data, but it may delete all shadow copies of affected files on your computer, making recovery extremely difficult if not impossible. It is highly recommended that you do not attempt to pay a ransom for a decryption key, as this doesn't guarantee that you'll get access back to files. Instead, focus on methods that can help you restore your data and protect your system from similar threats. How do I deal with the CDTT ransomware infection? To protect yourself from the CDTT ransomware attack, you should practice safe web browsing habits like refraining from opening email attachments from unknown senders and downloading programs from unreliable sources. You should also have a reputable malware remediation tool on your computer. That way you can scan for elements associated with this ransomware and other malware. Also, to reduce potential damage of a future attack, please consider backing up files on an external hard drive or cloud storage. Your search bar me is a browser hijacker known for its browser setting modifications, where it replaces preferred home pages and search engines while bombarding users with unwanted pop-ups and redirects. Sharing similarities with hijackers like Bangsearch, Haksaigho, and Chromstera, its browser setting modifications result in compromised browsing experiences and exposure to unreliable online content. Your search bar me can function as a browser extension. Once added on the browser, it may inundate users with unwanted ads and redirect traffic towards sponsored sites. Though not as dangerous as actual viruses, this hijacker may still pose a potential risk by redirecting users to potentially unsafe websites, leaving them vulnerable to potential exposure to online threats. Preventative measures against your search bar me. Essential preventative measures include regular updates to browsers and operating systems to mitigate vulnerabilities, downloading software from trusted sources, the installation of reputable security tools for ongoing threat detection, and maintaining regular backup of vital data to avert loss in the case of attack. Identification is the initial step. Scrutinize browser extensions or add-ons for suspicious elements linked to your search bar me and promptly remove any unfamiliar or dubious extensions. Subsequently, reset browser settings including homepage, default search engine, and new tab preferences while clearing browser cache and cookies. Here's a step-by-step guide to walk you through each stage of the removal process. Identify suspicious extensions. Open your browser settings and navigate to the extensions or add-ons section. Look for any extensions or add-ons related to your search bar me or unfamiliar suspicious ones, and then remove or disable them. Clear browser cache and cookies. In your browser settings, find the option to clear browser data. Select to clear cache and cookies and eliminate any traces of your search bar me. Reset browser settings, including homepage, search engine, and new tab settings. Access your browser settings and locate options to reset your homepage, default search engine, and new tab settings. Set these preferences to your preferred trusted settings, eliminating any reference to your search bar me. Preventative measures against your search bar me include being cautious with downloads. Refrain from downloading software or browser extensions from unreliable sources, and always verify legitimacy of the sources before installing any new software. You should also update and run security software. Ensure your antivirus and anti-malware software is up to date. Run a thorough scan of your system to detect and remove any remaining traces of potential threats associated with your search bar me. In case of a potentially more serious malware attack, it's wise to establish a routine for backing up important data to prevent loss. Keep your operating system, browsers, and security software updated regularly to patch vulnerabilities. Your search bar me disrupts the browsing experience through unwanted ads and redirects. Implementing preventative measures, maintaining updated software, and exercise caution are effective means to mitigate the likelihood of similar threats. Swift removal of suspicious extensions is pivotal in eradicating your search bar me, preventing exposure to unreliable content, and bolstering system security. Recordmapperd will damage your computer is an error message associated with Adware that can collect your browsing history information and then use that data to show you advertisements that seem to match your previous searches. Recordmapperd will damage your computer will also make changes to your browser settings, replacing a home page and search engine. Why are such programs potentially troublesome, and how can you remove them from your computer? Adware, like the one associated with Recordmapperd will damage your computer error message, can be potentially troublesome for several reasons. Potential privacy issues. They can track and gather information from your browsing history. The collected data can then be sold to target you for advertisements. Unwanted changes. These trackers often modify browser settings, altering homepage and default search engines. Potential security risks. By redirecting to different websites and displaying a barrage of ads, these programs lead to questionable content. To remove adware from your computer, you can follow these steps. Uninstall suspicious applications. Check your applications folder on Mac or control panel on Windows for any programs you don't recognize, especially those installed around the time the issues began. Uninstall them. Remove malicious browser extensions. Go to your browser's extensions or add-on settings and remove any you didn't install intentionally or that seem a bit suspicious. Clear browser data. Clear your browser's history, cookies, and cache. This can remove tracking cookies and other residual data. Reset browser settings. Resetting your browser settings to their default can undo the changes made by the tracker. This will typically include homepage, new tab page, and default search engine. Keep in mind that certain browsers may not retain passwords and bookmarks following a reset. Prior to proceeding, examine the settings of your browser. Run antivirus or anti-malware software. Using reliable antivirus or anti-malware software to scan your system can detect and remove various forms of threats, including adware. Update your browser and operating system. Ensure that both your web browser and operating system are up to date. Change passwords. After cleaning your computer, it's a good idea to change passwords for security. Educate yourself. Learn about safe browsing habits and avoid downloading malicious software. By taking these measures, you can remove adware like Recordmapperd and protect your computer from similar threats in the future. Regular vigilance and maintenance are key in safeguarding your digital privacy and security. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like Spy Hunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. Spy Hunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. Spy Hunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the Spy Hunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. Spy Hunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download Spy Hunter today. Thanks for watching.